Across the world, care workers are facing exploitation, precarious contracts, and are forced to survive on poverty wages. Why? Because our systems of care are fundamentally unbalanced, unequal, and ultimately unsustainable. And now, the cost of living crisis is making things even harder. Workers need significant wage increases to match the rising cost of food and energy. Too many workers are having to seek support from charities and food banks just to get by. Workers had barely started to recover from the trauma of the COVID-19 pandemic, which exposed the lethal flaws of the underfunded, profit-driven care model. Low pay and job quality, dangerous rates of staff turnover, inadequate levels of staffing, a lack of training and PPE, all contributed to needless deaths. Not just among those they care for, but thousands of care workers who died after catching the virus at work. Despite providing one of the most vital services in our society, many care workers are now being forced to leave the sector that they love, moving to other jobs with less responsibility but better pay. Meanwhile, those who do remain in the sector are unable to keep up with the ever-increasing demands of their work, all without any increase in pay or security.
Our work isn't recognised. The times were getting shortened, the walking distances were getting longer, lots of things. And just really, we just felt so downtrodden when we weren't getting listened to by our bosses at this stage either.
The crisis within the care workforce has left hundreds of thousands of service users waiting too long for help. Privatised care chains are blaming governments for not giving them enough money to provide quality services or pay their staff properly. But many of these corporations have been busy shoveling public money into private offshore bank accounts or paying their executives big bonuses. They don't care about their patients or their staff. They only care about making even bigger profits.
When I first started in the nursing home 16 odd years ago, I came out of a factory where everything was just done, and I told my DON at the time that I hope this never turns into what I left. And guess what? 16 years later, I might as well be back in the factory. It's all 15 minutes or less, 15 minutes or less, 15 minutes or less.
Decades of exploitation of the care workforce has contributed to weakened and failing care systems. The private model prevalent in too many care systems around the world undervalues and underpays care workers. It promotes precarity and exploits a highly feminized and often migrant workforce. We need a new model of care, one which values care workers and ensures that they have what they need to provide quality, affordable care. That's why at Public Services International, we are organising with the unions right across the world to get precarity and profit out of the care sector.
हमने धरने लगाए, फिर हमने मुजाहरे किए, फिर हमने दुखों से शायरियाँ की, फिर वहाँ गाने गाए, वो शायरियाँ बयान की हमने.
We're organising for well-funded, quality public care systems, provided by well-trained, better paid and supported staff. It's time to finally recognise the social and economic value of care work, whether that's paid or unpaid, and the human right to care. It's time to get profit out of care.